modelers, Darren here, back at the bench. It's really a nasty day here in Maryland. Rain, sleet, snow, wintry mix. It's just cold and nasty. So that, coupled with the fact that I can't build anything, got my wing here. I had surgery on my shoulder here about a week and a half ago, so trying to do the tedious work is, it's just really not happening. So I figured this would be a great time to do a review of something that I've wanted to do for, well, actually since before my surgery. I ordered a new Benchmate from Masterpiece Models for 1/32 scale aircraft stand, build stand. I actually got it in the mail really quickly, and I want to thank John Geigel and those folks there at Masterpiece Models for getting that in the mail as fast as they did. Now, full disclosure, I paid for this. I'm not being paid to review this by Masterpiece Models or anyone else. I have a jig, which I've been using for quite some time, or not a jig, but a build stand. This one here is from JH Models, and I like it. It's got its good points, its bad points. Here's a top shot of it. But I don't have one for 1/32 scale, and as y'all know, I'm working on that Kitty Hawk RF5, and I wanted something a little bit bigger. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up here in just a second. We're going to look at it. I took a quick look, but nothing in depth. We're going to take a look at it. I'll probably go off camera, assemble it, come back if there's any issues with the assembly. I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. And then I'm going to kind of compare apples to apples, and let's see what we got. So the first thing we'll do, we're going to go ahead and open this thing up. You'll see this is exactly as it came to me from Masterpiece. And inside here it's a lot of styrofoam. Not a fan of styrofoam, but you know, it works well for this. So sheet of paper here with what it is. So, you know, and the one thing I noticed right off the bat when I got this, that I do really like, is the fact that this is an acrylic stand. It's feels very sturdy in the hand compared to the wood of the other one. But yeah, that is presumably the bottom. Got the bag of parts here. All again cut acrylic and hard plastic. All the nuts and bolts to go with it, and that's about it. So I'm going to start assembling. It looks actually pretty straightforward. There's no instructions with this, but I really don't think that they're needed. It kind of looks like it's pretty straightforward. So let me get to that, and then I'll come back and we'll take a look at it. Okay, so after getting, you know, all the parts laid out here, it is extremely simple assembly wise. I mean, it's, you look at it, 4 arms, 4 pieces attached to the bottom of this, and you're attaching hardware, and it doesn't take a PhD or rocket science to figure out how this thing goes together. I'm going to go back. There's a little bit of cleanup to do on some of these parts. As you can see, some of them have a little bit of plastic flash and stuff in them. And I tried to break it out with my fingers, and you can push it out, but I'm kind of a stickler for things being clean, so I'm going to go back and sand all these rough edges off and all that jazz. And then, hey man, you know, 1 nut or 1 screw and a wing nut, and you're done. So let me get this knocked out, and I'll be back here in just a few. Alright folks, I'm back, and she's all done. No instructions were required. It was really straightforward. This, even with my messed up wing, took me maybe 45 minutes to put together, and that was with the cleanup. Now what I didn't do, take a look down here. I did not put the rubber on these. Okay, so if you're looking down top dead here, I'm sorry, but you have to take the rubber band, cut it, and glue it on with some white glue. So that would take a little while for that to set up. I mean, not too long. I've elected not to do that. I'm going to wait. I would rather put some felt on there or something of that nature. So I'll decide. Maybe I'll put the rubber down with a piece of felt over that. I'm not real sure yet. And the reason why that's important, so let's go back down here and look at this again. This is also a transport, right? So here's my paint mule. And what I'm going to do is set the paint mule on here. Now you'll see how it rests on these. So when you put the rubber bands on here for transport, it pulls that tight. Okay. And if you don't have that, obviously, I mean, it's common sense, you know, it's going to scratch that. So it's just a way of protecting your paint with the rubber pieces and maybe a piece of felt. I do contest, and I've got boxes with, and I usually take foam and cut out the shape and set it in there. This is going to make life so much easier because I can just cut one piece of foam to fit this, set it in there, and affix my aircraft to it, and I'm ready to go. So that's really, really cool. Comparing. So let's compare apples to apples. So I got my JH models here from UMM. I've had this one for a long time. I like it. This is 148 to 132nd scale stand. So you can see the size is comparable. Obviously the materials are different. The JH models is made out of a really light wood. There was a lot of construction required for this, putting all these pieces together. This one here also you can affix with the rubber bands to carry your kit. I've never done that simply because this was so flimsy. I was very leery, real leery of you know, carting my kits on that. So a lot of white glue holding this one together. If I had to put them side by side, I was going to tell you, the Masterpiece model one just beats it hands down. It's a lot more sturdy. It's built a lot better. I'm really impressed with that. I really like it a lot. Price point wise, this one here, the JH models comes in right around 27 bucks before shipping. The Masterpiece models is $34.99, right? $35. That said, I do believe right now there's 20% off. It's as of this, you know, this tape here was it's January, so check the link below. I'll stick it down there. It's I believe it's 20% off till February. But John and those guys over there, they run specials, so check it often. Yeah, thumbs up. I really like it. I also picked up while I was over there, and this is just a, oh by the way, these little rulers. These are scale rulers. I got 4 of them in the pack. I don't remember what the price was off the top of my head, and I apologize for that. But they're pretty cool. Here's an overhead of those. These are scale rulers down for feet and meters, and you've got them from 1/72nd, 1/48 scale, 1/32nd, and 1/35th scale. So those are pretty neat. Check those out as well. Again, like I said, I bought this stuff. This was not given to me. This is my own honest review. My own dollar spent. That's my mom. Y'all like my mama mug? Make America model again. Absolutely not a political statement. Funny as hell. I got the old grumpy logo on the back too. But mama, it's a movement. Anyhow, good stuff. So it's good to be back on YouTube. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. I've got my RF5, the Kitty Hawk build that I'm working on. There'll be some that content coming out here really soon. So keep an eye out for that. What stand are you using? Are you guys using the JH models? Do you have the Masterpiece models? I know there's a couple of other wooden varieties out there. Let me know in the comments below what it is you use. And any tips that you guys use to transport back and forth to a contest. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, that's fine too. Just let me know. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and consider doing so. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and that way you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. So this is Darren again from Maryland, signing off. Mama, y'all have a good one. Bye.